Hola, welcome to Fan for Spanish Materials. Today's video is going to be about how to use the continuous in the past tenses. So we did already the present continuous, like I am doing, estoy comiendo, estoy trabajando, estoy estudiando, estoy viviendo. So this present continuous, yeah, we use it, but also we can do it in past tenses. So it's like when in English you say I am doing, past tense, I was doing. Pretty much the same thing. So, first of all, I'm going to have a sequence here to work with. I like sequences. And we already know that sequences are given in past tense, right? It's past simple. So, let's do it. Me encontré con Paola y estuvimos hablando sobre ti. Ella me dijo que quiere conocerte. So, there were three things here. The first one here is me encontré con Paola. Like I met up with Paola. Yeah. Encontrarse con alguien is to meet up with somebody. Me encontré con Paola y estuvimos hablando sobre ti. So here on this second stage, second like moment or event, um, I'm using here estuvimos hablando sobre ti. Here I'm using estuvimos, right? That will be like the past simple, right? Because I'm bringing a sequence to it. Estuvimos hablando sobre ti. We were talking about you. Ella me dijo que quiere conocerte. She told me she wants to meet you. Now is the next thing. She told me she wants to meet you. So ella me dijo que quiere conocerte. So there are three events in a sequence. I met Paola, then we were talking about you, and then she told me she wants to meet you. So that's it. That's the story so far. We are not describing anything around. It's just it's just a sequence. But as you can see here, I'm using the continuous here. Estuvimos hablando sobre ti. We were talking about you. So I'm using here the continuous, but because it's in past simple, it means that it's just the sequence. It's the next thing. We are no longer doing the first one. We're already doing something else, next thing. So good. So that's the sequence we're going to work with. So what happens later? We're going to add now some descriptions about what's going on. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is the story. It's the same story, but by describing a bit about what's going on. More details, okay? Estaba caminando por el parque. I was walking. Yo estaba caminando por el parque. I was walking at the park. Me encontré con Paola. Ah. Y so here this is a description, and here I'm saying I was walking at the park. So I'm using the verb estar because that's the verb we use for continuous. Yo estoy caminando, tú estás caminando, él está caminando, and so on. But here I'm using it in imperfect. Why? Because I'm describing. So to describe the situation, the moment, we use the past imperfect. That's why here is estaba. Yeah, it's like I was walking at the park. Like I'm just describing what's going on. Estaba caminando por el parque, and in that moment me encontré con Paola, and I met up with Paola. Yeah, good. So then I'm gonna bring a sentence here like estuvimos hablando. That's in past simple. That means that will be the next thing, right? So estuvimos hablando sobre ti. Ella estaba haciendo muchas preguntas. So we were talking about you. She was uh, making lots of questions. That's how we say in Spanish. We don't we when you say we ask questions, we don't ask them, we make them. We make questions. So ella estaba haciendo muchas preguntas. Yeah. This is the description of what was going on. Yeah. I mean, we were talking. Yeah. That was the next thing. And when we were talking, she was asking a lot of questions. So yeah. So let's go to the next one. Ella me dijo que quiere conocerte. Ah, that brings sequence. Y tú me estabas llamando en ese momento. Oh, when she was saying that, in that moment, when she was saying that she wanted to meet like you, right? You were calling me. So I'm describing how what was going on in that moment. You were calling me right in that moment when she told me that she wanted to meet you. So as you can see here, yeah, we can bring sequence. Me encontré con Paola y estuvimos hablando sobre ti. Ella me dijo que quiere conocerte. Good. But here I'm adding the description of what's going on around. Estaba caminando por el parque. Me encontré con Paola. So when I met Paola, I was walking at the park. Me encontré con Paola y estuvimos hablando sobre ti. And then we were talking about you. So that's the next thing. Ella estaba haciendo muchas preguntas. So when we were talking about you, she was asking a lot of questions. Ella me dijo que quiere conocerte. Y tú me estabas llamando en ese momento. She told me she wants to meet you, and you were calling me in that very moment. So you see, it's more beautiful to think about the whole thing, because you imagine better how it was. I put you in the scene. I know I was walking you know that I was walking in the park. You know that she was kind of desperate, asking a lot of questions, and you know that like you were calling me when she told me this thing. So it's good to make descriptions, and here I'm using all the time the continuous. Estaba caminando, I was walking. Estaba haciendo, I was making. Eh, Tú me estabas llamando, you were calling me. So we can use the estaba, estabas, right? Like the was, where, I was doing, it was raining, um, you were calling me, like to talk about the things that were going on in that very moment. Yeah. So, yeah, the same way we use it in English. Yeah. I was walking at the park. I met Paola. We were talking about you. She was asking a lot of questions. She told me she wants to meet you, and you were calling me in that moment. So it's the same thing when we use the I was doing, you were doing. It was raining, whatever. Yeah, with continuous. So that will be it. I hope you enjoyed this video. How to practice it. So first of all, we're gonna do our flashcards, right? And our notes and writing, just to practice the tense itself, like I was doing, yo estaba haciendo, tú estabas haciendo, nosotros estábamos caminando, and so on. Just practice this just for the sake of, like, learning the continuous in past tense. Once you're good at this, you're gonna use it in a real life situation. So you're gonna tell somebody something that happened in the past, a story, something that happened in the past. So again, show sequence like before, like past simple, show sequence, but also describe the situation with the continuous. So remember, we're using the continuous for the things that are going on in that very moment. So it was raining. Yeah. I was working. uh, she was looking at me. I was studying Spanish. So in that very moment, you were performing something, you were doing an action, or it was something that was happening. Yeah, something was happening, like it was raining, it was, you know uh, and then yeah, I was driving, stuff like that, or you were calling somebody, you were talking to my friend. So by doing so, you're gonna like picture this moment, because you are talking about these actions that are being done in that very moment. Yeah. And that that brings me like a bigger picture of the situation. So you can also use this. So I hope you have fun. Try to do this many times. Yeah. And don't forget, estaba, yeah, that's what you have to use. Estaba lloviendo, estábamos haciendo esto, tú estabas llorando, and so on. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you in the next one. Hasta luego. Bye bye.